CCX Sports presents coverage of the Section 5 4A Volleyball Tournament. It's a second semifinal tonight at Champlin Park. It's a number 3 seed, Wayzata Trojans, take on the second-seeded Maple Grove Crimson. Hello and welcome to our second semi. John Jacobson and Andy Gugensberg. Champlin Park, the top seed, Andy, taking care of business in a quick fashion, a 3-set sweep of Osseo, and they'll play the winner of this one.
Yeah, that match was textbook. That's Champlin Park volleyball to a T. Those two teams have come a long way, but Champlin Park, this is their season, this is their house. They weren't going to let anything happen to them here. Clean volleyball for the Rebels.
This should be a fun semifinal between the Trojans and the Crimson. They played during the regular season with Maple Grove winning, and that was the difference between who got the high seed. And it didn't really matter that much other than who you played in the quarterfinals, the 2-3 here playing on the neutral site at Champlin Park.
Yeah, so it's a coin flip actually between these two teams every time you talk about from anybody around the section, around the conference. They've played each other. They're similar in how they play. Who's on is going to decide who wins this one. It's not a clear-cut winner like we had in the last match.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Wayzata. They're the visitors tonight. Osseo really had a strong season for them.
Yeah, the freshman outside hitter doesn't come off the floor much. I think if I'm Scott, I rest her a little bit tonight. She's got some leg issues, so she's not going to be playing all the way around. Dynamic scorer, great defender. For a freshman, or excuse me, a sophomore, a really good leader for this team.
And for Maple Grove, one of their senior leaders, Riley Orrock.
Orrock has done everything asked of her over the last 4 years for this Maple Grove squad. She will play a little bit on the right, a little bit on the left, kind of whatever's needed for her. She's willing to do. A really dynamic attacker, good movement without the ball. Look for her to get set in transition opportunities and keep balls alive when things aren't exactly great.
Wayzata wins tonight if what?
Wayzata wins tonight if Kelsenberg can go off and if Swenson can keep the rhythm of the offense going, no matter what the pass looks like.
And for Maple Grove?
Maple Grove wins if their middles can take advantage of the blocking opportunities in front of them, and they can be fed in transition as well as free ball and serve receive.
Should be a fun one. The winner takes on Champlin Park for the Section 5 championship next Wednesday at Osseo. We'll come back, set 1 on the way. Maple Grove Wayzata volleyball next on CCX.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Section 5 4A volleyball tonight from Champlin Park High School. John Jacobson and Andy Gugensberg, Wayzata and Maple Grove getting ready to do battle here tonight. Let's look at the bracket for 5 4A and how we got to this match. Quarterfinal rounds were on Tuesday. All sweeps: Champlin Park over Park Center, Osseo over Armstrong, Wayzata over Hopkins, and Maple Grove over Spring Lake Park. Champlin Park with a 3-set sweep earlier tonight against Osseo. And then that sets us up for this one, Andy, and it should be a terrific match as we look at these starters for these two teams. And some good talent, Andy, on both sides of the net. Naraki, Osowski, Kurth, Kelsenberg, Juan, Swenson, and Wineland for Wayzata. Orrock, Schulte, Allen, Quam, Haugen, Schuler, and Hartle for Maple Grove.
Yeah, talent across the board. Some very athletic people on both sides of this matchup. I think our theory of the postseason being sweeps all the way through might end at this match. This one's probably going at least 4.
Scott Jackson, 26th year as head coach of Wayzata. He's got 4 state titles in a row as part of his Hall of Fame resume. Went into the Hall of Fame last season. Terrific coach.
Well deserved.
And a guy that Scott coaches with in the club season, DC Brown. First year as head coach, been with the Maple Grove program, first year as head coach of the Crimson.
Yeah, first year as head coach. I believe he's got head coach experience as well. I think he was at Totino Grace for a little while. He's been around the game for a very long time. Well-respected man throughout the metro area. His athletes love playing for him at a level that isn't common at the high school level. Obviously, Scott Jackson, very similar way. Scott, more of a X's and O's coach. DC, more of a this is how it feels, let's go play this game together kind of coach. Both highly respected. Should be a good one here tonight.
Now, we didn't mention in the pregame, we should mention it though, Andy, in that first match when Maple Grove and Wayzata played, and I mentioned the Trojans, or the Crimson rather, won. Wayzata playing without Katie Kelsenberg tonight, obviously big part of their game. Number 27's on the court this evening.
Yeah, she's a difference maker and has been for the last 3 years at the varsity level.
Riley Kurth, senior middle for Wayzata, get us underway in our 5-4A semifinal into the net. And a point for Maple Grove to start. And hopefully for Wayzata, not an omen. And then with the serving error to start. And Orick, our key player for Crimson, will serve first for them. And we are underway with our first full rally. Attack goes outside on the swing from Kayla Naraki. And the first 2 points of set one go to Maple Grove.
Naraki's really done a nice job stepping into this outside hitter role. She was a setter at the beginning of the year, but a lineup change puts her on the outside, and she's doing quite well.
Back row handled by Olsowski, and the middle attack, and Kelsenberg with the kill.
You need to find a way to get her involved early and keep getting her the ball. Take a look at this nice high set. Kelsenberg can go over both players for Maple Grove and does just that.
230th kill for Kelsenberg, second to Ellie Olsowski on the team. Alice Fedelson with the serve and an ace. Goes off McKinley Hartle. We're tied at 2.
Hartle pretty solid in serve reception most of the time. Doesn't quite get her feet behind that ball. And Fedelson dials up the ace. See if she's got another one in her sleeve here.
Back row. Hartle handled this one. Set by Schuler, swing across. And missed wide on the attack from Marta Haugen. 3 in a row for Wayzata.
Haugen, dynamic athlete on the right side, just overruns that one a little bit.
Set they go to Schulte this time, partially deflected. So it'll have to be over, and a little late to react to it, but getting it across was Naraki. Back set, Haugen down for the point.
Haugen able to reach up and go get that one in transition, finds the top of the block, out of bounds.
Avery Quam to serve for Maple Grove into the net. Side out, point Wayzata, it's 4-3.
Early errors on both sides here. See if they can clean things up down the stretch.
Naraki, the sophomore setter, gets it in play. Another attack from Haugen, and Kelsenberg and Olsowski get up and block this one.
Yeah, good eyes here by Kelsenberg. She's able to step in front of this ball, get across with Olsowski. Another good block for the Trojans.
5-3, Wayzata. Go to Schulte again. I don't know if that was a block or that just hit tape, Andy.
I don't think that one got high enough. I think that was into the tape. 4 contacts is the call there. Swenson did have her lined up pretty well, though.
6-1 scoring run here for Wayzata. Set ball across. Tip at the net by Swenson. Back up to the front row. Schulte throws it to the back. Block here. Trojans handle it. Swenson again to Kelsenberg. And got it down.
Tim Harlow's going to overrule that, say it was out of bounds.
Which I think was the right call. That looked wide to me at first.
Yeah,
line
we'll take a
judge
look
marked
here.
it in, but
Line judge, this is the toughest call for a line judge to make. Yeah, that ball's out, but it's right in front of you. which sounds like it'd be right easy to make, but you've got no angle to figure out where it is.
Swenson set across. Ostowski. No chance for Orrick on that one.
Eva Swenson just putting up a dime there. She is much improved over the last time. We covered these guys, was it 2 weeks ago right here against Champlain Park? I'm seeing the ball come out of her hand significantly better right now.
Katie Kelsenberg back to serve for the first time. Oh, over error, and that led to an overpass, and Swenson able to tip that one down. Good start for Wayzata. Now an 8-4 lead. Look at that last play again. Easy play for Swenson.
Yeah.
Kelsenberg floats it to the back row. Set to the middle and put away. That's Nysa Allen, the freshman middle blocker.
So athletic, gets up so well. Good spacing on that gap set there. Quick look at Sweers, and thank you for that gorgeous set.
Serve coming from Schulte. Swenson back to Osowski. That gets blocked. Back-to-back points. It's at 8-6. Allen getting up.
Take a look at this. Set kind of dies inside a little bit. Nice with a great block.
Schulte's serve into the net. Point Wayzata. Will be a 1, and for Wayzata is Swenson will serve for the Trojans. Swing and attack by Hannah Daniels. Wayzata trying to recover but can't. Daniels will get the kill. Daniels, a nice player, having come off your bench, just a sophomore. And big part of this team's attack. It's first serving tonight for Hartle. And gets an ace. Drops it right in front of Wineland. Crimson back to within 1 at 9-8.
Ball moves off Hartle's hand really well here. You see the float on it, and it dies.
Kelsenberg on this handle. Swenson back set. And Maple Grove, good defense to handle that one, but then a block by Kurth ends the rally.
Quam takes the high ball, tries to hit around it, but Riley Kurth says, not on my watch. Libero switches need to happen behind the 10-foot line, and postseason section final seems like a good time to teach that.
Serve by Osowski. Oh, Champlain Park, or Maple Grove unable to get that set across. So the miscommunication there by the Crimson, and it's 11-8 Wayzata. Ellie Osowski, 6-foot sophomore. Their team leading by 3 here in set 1. Good hard serve, but too hard. Serving error, it's 11-9.
Keep Osowski on the floor here in the back row.
Haugen back in, and also Ginny Schuler. And she'll serve it here. Kelsenberg to Swenson. Attack. Oh, good dig on that ball by Hartle. Floated across. Free ball at the net. Put away by Quam.
Way to get up and get across there. Nice swing on the over dig.
Sure. The serve. Swenson and another kill. Naraki. It's a 12-10.
Kayla Naraki, really nice job accelerating into this ball.
12-10 as Kurth serves. Outside swing off hands. Point Maple Grove. Killed for Haugen.
Haugen more natural on the left side there. Really comes through this one. Takes that ball, looking for the line. Finds Juan's hand.
Overpass here. Point for Schulte and Maple Grove. We're tied at 12. Second time through the rotation for Maple Grove as we're back to serve again. Swenson. And then over behind the Rocky. And swinging in, Schulte putting another one away. Maple Grove in the lead.
Schulte with it. This textbook arm swing here. High, fast through, shoulder rotations there.
Swenson back for one, is able to float it to the back row. Quick set outside, not quite how Maple Grove had drawn it up. Swenson, and then Kelsenberg gets blocked. Maple Grove with a point. It was Quam that got up for that.
Yep. Quam gets the lion's share of that. Schulte will get credited with half a block as well for being in the air.
Maple Grove now by 2 on a little scoring run here. And get another point, and it's 15-12. Timeout, Wayzata.
Scott Jackson calling a timeout here. We talked in the pregame. You asked how Wayzata could win, and Kelsenberg been pretty quiet, and ball control not where it needs to be in order for Swenson to be her most productive self. I want to take a quick timeout. We talked with some fans before the game. Have some family watching from down in southern Minnesota. I just got a text from my own mom. She's watching too.
That's awesome.
So Susie and Jerry Gugesberg, Jeannie McCabe, anybody else we got listening from the outstate area. This wouldn't be possible without the generous help from Minnesota Select in getting this to be a live production. So thanks to them as well. As we see one of the full-time staff, DC Brown, all smiles right now with his team up 15-12 here in set one.
Well, doing live volleyball, we didn't have the technology back in the day. But being able to do all these matches live, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Now, when we get to the state tournament, we have the technology, but the organization that's called the Minnesota State High School League will not allow us to do any live coverage from there, unfortunately. We can still televise, but they are all tape delayed.
One step at a time, John.
Right,
One step at a time.
I know. We're still fighting that battle. Schulte floats it across, back set, Swenson, a one. Picked up by Schuer. Hardall outside, big swing. This time blocked by Wayzata. Great scramble and kept alive by Hardall. Swenson again. Hardall another play after the Naraki swing. Here Schulte gets blocked. Wow, that was a fun rally. Kelsenberg gets the block to end it along with Juan.
Yeah, good long rally, great defense on both sides of the ball. Attackers that just kept going. Take a look. I think we'll see how this one ends. Yeah, big swing. Kelsenberg drives that right hand across at the end. And the stuff block to get Wayzata within 2 again.
And quick answer from Maple Grove.
Avery Quam's having herself a nice little match here. With the dynamic pin attackers that Maple Grove has, you can't if you're Wayzata, you got to make sure that their pin hitters are taken care of. So your pin block maybe isn't going to get to close. And so you kind of got to pick your poison here. And the setters for Maple Grove finding the middles early.
Now goes an ace for Quam. 4-point lead for Maple Grove.
Crimson up, looking to extend.
Swenson will dump it over for a point.
It's relatively deceptive. She gets both hands up high and then just drops that right hand and pushes across with the left. Really good spot.
Trojans will try to put together a little run here. Trailing by 3, and on the overpass, easily put away by Olsowski. Didn't play in the quarterfinal round against Hopkins. Needs to have a big match tonight for the Trojans.
Resting her legs in that quarterfinal and using all of them to get up on that overpass.
Back set pushed by Haugen off hands for a point. Narda Haugen, a good start for her match tonight. She'll rotate out 18-15 Crimson. Look at it again.
Yeah, the ball gets pushed all the way to the antenna. Haugen does a great job getting her feet there and pushing down the line.
And to Swears to serve. And that'll go as an ace. A little late to react. Naraki, and it goes off her hands and down. There's a few ball handling errors here for Wayzata in set 1.
Not their cleanest match.
No. 19-15.
And it continues with a rotation fault.
(20-15). Swing a little tap that time. We had a player, I think Allen, into the net for Maple Grove.
Yeah, the off speed, she was expecting something faster and pressed in. Not able to control her arms, bringing them back.
Kelsenberg serving at 20-16. Back set, Schulte missed wide off the set from Swears. Trojans within 3. Swears set it, cross court. Kelsenberg picks up the hit from Daniels. Over and out. Off Maple Grove.
Good work in transition here by Kurth. She's able to get up and throw it off the block out of bounds.
20-18. Kelsenberg serves. It drops for an ace.
If I'm DC, I call one here. I didn't like the way that point ended. And on cue, timeout Maple Grove. They still lead 20-19, but Wayzata on a little mini run of their own. Kelsenberg able to do some really nice things from the service line. They want to cool her off. In this timeout, you see Scott talking to his front row players here about like what the blocking assignment needs to look like. I think they're going to stay with the plan of solo blocking the middle. So serve receive needs to shore up for Maple Grove so that they can get, is it Allen in the front row right now? I believe it is. And see if they can get her a ball out of serve receive on either the gap or the front one. Service pressure, one of Scott Jackson's calling cards for the entire tenure I've known him as the coach at Wayzata. He's able to make things happen and make people uncomfortable.
How much fun is this, Andy, just doing this match tonight? I mean, I'm only in set 1, and I was like, I love section volleyball.
There's something.
Maybe not to the level you do, but that's off the charts. But this is one of my favorite times of the year. This week, next week, the section finals, and we get down to XL.
Well, I'll tell you, because I get asked all the time about club versus high school, and I love high school volleyball as a fan significantly more because these kids are representing their high school, their families, everybody, and it's just so fun to see the community get behind them.
See if the Crimson can respond out of that timeout. They do. Schulte hammers one and puts it away. 21-19.
Schulte more comfortable on the right, just like Haugen's more comfortable on the left, but due to ball control, Schulte has to be on the floor for 6 rotations. She's such a smooth passer.
Nope. Gave that one back, though, on the serve into the net. 21-20. Eva Swenson, who's tied for second in the team in ace serves with 39, will serve here. And missed.
These things happen.
Well, service error, 22-20. But they always get bigger when it's you're in the 20s for scores, right?
Yeah, you want to play clean volleyball after 20. That's a tough error, especially in this time in the set.
McKinley Hartle serving. Swenson back set, attack from Osowski. Hartle setting it up. Daniels gets the kill. Sophomore opposite side hitter makes it 23-20.
Yeah. Timeout here again for Wayzata as they now trail by 3. Maple Grove does a really good job reversing flow there on this last set. And right now we get another look at the end of this point. It's a back set from Hartle and off the block and down. Nice swing, way to stay with the play. Downhill swing creates a different angle once it hits the block, and it's hard to move in that space. You see the ball coming into the 1-6 seam, or excuse me, the 1-2 seam, and then it goes off that block and kicks to the front of 2. And just a hard play. We'll see how they come off the timeout. As we see in that Adidas sweatshirt, Sean Haugen himself was the coach for Maple Grove for a chunk of time as well. His daughter is, I always get him confused, Marta, right? Yeah, Marta. Liesel is at Northern Michigan playing right now.
Well, Maple Grove will try to put it away here and win this important first set. Hartle, sophomore libero, to put another one in play. Oh, and that one goes off the libero Wineland, and Juan's under the net. And it's set point.
Juan playing a little 7-on-5 going over onto the Maple Grove side.
Back row, Wineland handled this one. Helsenberg to Osowski. Set ball put to the middle and down for a point. Kill for Auroch and Maple Grove. Andy Guggesberg wins 25-20 in set 1.
Yeah, down the stretch, Maple Grove stayed clean. We had a couple uncharacteristic errors from Wayzata, including that communication error on set point between Kurth and Swenson. They're going to have to shore that up if we're going to take this into at least a 4th set. Maple Grove playing some pretty good volleyball right now.
We'll take time out. Set 2 on the way. Section 5 for a semifinal volleyball. Maple Grove up on Wayzata 1-0. Back to Champlin Park High School after this.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
Our live coverage of Section 5 4A volleyball tonight and next Wednesday's final made possible with donations from Minnesota Select, sponsoring our live coverage of these 2 semifinals. And Scott Jackson, a director of Select, and it's just a great club that's taught a lot of volleyball.
They've been
a lot
doing
of young
this.
ladies in this area.
They've been doing this for a long time and have trained a majority of the volleyball players in the CCX listening area. That is for certain. D.C. Brown himself, a member. I can't remember if he was on the staff when it first started. He just became full-time a couple years ago. But I think he's been coaching there almost since the inception of Minnesota Select.
All right, Wayzata's got to play better, Scott, or Andy, rather, if they want to continue here. I mean, it was not a great match set for them. Maple Grove on the flip side, a couple of service errors, but overall pretty strong play from the Crimson. They get first point there of set 2 on the kill from Schulte.
Yeah, Schulte does the great footwork without the ball in order to get ready to play this one. Back up to the first thing you said. I've been called worse, so you can call me Scott Jackson. I'll take that as a compliment. He is a legend in the field for certain.
Riley Orrick with an ace serve off Wineland. 2 points for Maple Grove to start set 2.
Orrick, our key player for Maple Grove, done some really nice things from the service line, scored a couple points.
Off Wineland again. Back-to-back aces for Orrick.
I giggled. DC just had to give Riley the, hey, take a breath. She tends to get 2 aces and then dial up another level for the next serve. We'll see if she's able to keep this one under control.
Leads the team in aces this season. Trojans handle this ball. Put across. By to Rocky. Set to Schulte. Gets blocked, but out. Kelsenberg got hands up, but they couldn't keep it in play. Point Maple Grove, and they're off to a very quick 4-0 lead.
When Schulte gets going, she can be just this side of unstoppable. Really does a nice job, the sophomore.
Work. Wineland, Swenson runs it down. Over from the back row. Quick set. Ball gets blocked. Kelsenberg with a solo block on Plum. That gets Maple Grove and Wayzata on the board.
Kelsenberg so fast, such good eyes off the ground so quickly. Multi-sport athlete, can do a little bit of everything.
Now it's Vedelson in for the first time in this set to serve. With back set, Kelsenberg back-to-back kills.
Great read again, makes a slight adjustment. Quam wanted to take that one into area 5. She drops the left hand to take care of that one. Really, really disciplined block. Starts with a tough serve like this, though.
Attack and the kill from Haugen. Good set from Ginny Schuler. And another one put away by Marta Haugen.
Haugen gets that ball on a tee and blitzes it into the 1-6 seam. Really nice job.
Isabella Cook, back row, number 6. But it's Avery Quam that's going to serve. Wineland, Swenson, and hitting air by Kelsenberg into the net. 6-2 Maple Grove.
Kelsenberg definitely the focus point for Maple Grove. I believe they had 6 hands on her right there. Triple block in front of the senior hitter.
Swenson will dump it over. The pass a little tight, and it was going to be tough for her to get a really great set. And good play there by Swenson. And dumps it over for a point.
Yeah, at 6'3", that's a pretty good choice.
Might have learned a little from her sister Stella, who did that a lot the last few years there. That's off Wineland, another kill for Maple Grove.
And might have learned some of it from her other sister, Samantha,
right.
if we go back a little farther.
Yes. Maple Grove relentless on the outside.
Yeah.
And been putting almost everything away so far.
Yep.
Schulte and Haugen among them. Schulte getting that one. It's 7-3 Maple Grove. Already up 1-0. And the serve here from Sweers. From Rose Schulte's got to adjust on that ball, but does. Swenson back set. Kelsenberg gets blocked. Schulte there with Allen. I think that was all Schulte with the kill, and that's 8-3.
This slide is tough to block. Tempo that Kelsenberg runs it is very, very fast, very deceptive, but really nice hands across there from the sophomore pin hitter.
Kelsenberg outside, swing across, and too wide on the attack from Osowski. Timeout, Wayzata. It is 9-3 Maple Grove.
Rolling are the Crimson. Fear the leaf, right? Isn't that the saying, John?
It is.
Fear the leaf. Scott Jackson trying to calm everybody down. He stays the same. It has been so fun to watch him coach for the last 10 years and just become the – and it might have been the fact that Hannah is now – Hannah's literally playing – Scott's daughter plays for Minnetonka, is playing right now. And it kind of is one of those situations where that calmed him down once he saw Hannah playing. And you see DC Brown – I think DC has turned this one over to his assistants as he's just quietly sitting there chewing his gum, which is exactly what you need to do as a coach from time to time.
And meanwhile, Champlin Park, watching.
Well, watching is a loose term,
yeah.
John.
They're in the gym.
They're in the gym.
Having snacks, on their phones, talking. It is a timeout. I mean,
yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
9-3, Maple Grove. Another serve out of the hand of Swears. Osowski got this one down.
These two sophomores going at it a little bit between Osowski and Schulte.
(9-4). Wayzata again looking for that run, and that one put away, going off hands by Schulte. I don't know if that would have gone out or not. My first impression was like, that might go on, but then it was touched, and it's a moot point. 10-4. Schulte off of Wineland. Osowski and over by Kelsenberg, all the way to the back row. Let's set up, and a block there on Daniels. Middle pushed over by Schulte. Swenson, quick set. Kurth with the kill. We had an Allen into the net.
Big swing there by Kurth, regardless of the net violation. Well, they did keep playing it, but yeah, that was net violation, ends the rally.
Eva Swenson serves and kind of died, and Maple Grove handled it, put by Kurth over, and with a kill for the senior, headed to St. Thomas next year.
Tommies aren't getting worse. They're on a really nice run this year. We'll take a look at this Kurth kill again. I think Orrock's supposed to help on that one.
Maple Grove scrambling a little bit. They do get it across. Juan gets blocked. Allen with the block of Juan gets the kill for Maple Grove.
Allen, the lateral freshman, so quick side to side and physical enough to get across in a hurry. A couple net violations, but other than that, pretty good match for her.
11-6. Maple Grove lead. Swenson for Juan, got to get it over and does. Cross court, too strong on the swing and attack by Daniels. Here's Osowski's serve. Daniels, that one put away.
Cross court space, her favorite shot to hit. Just about every right side will tell you the same thing. She'll earn some time on the bench with the double sub here. Cross court, inside the block, and in between the right side and the setter.
Haugen and Schuler both back in, and Schuler to serve. Kelsenberg takes charge, will take that ball. The Rocky with the big swing. Outside attack and the point. Orrock hasn't much in this set, Andy, but has played a strong match overall so far.
Yeah, really senior leadership showing up here down the stretch.
6-point Crimson lead. Set outside, another attack from Orrock. Kelsmer got a piece of it, and then on the overpass, Quam couldn't keep it in play, sent it out. Point Wayzata.
Open space was there. She missed it wide.
13-8, Maple Grove. Run down in the middle, that hits tape. Sometimes things just going well, right? And Schulte used a lot of nylon there, and then momentum carries the ball over and drops for a point.
Yeah, it's just, sometimes it just goes your way, and Maple Grove getting all the bounces right now.
Rock serves. That one drops over. Swenson got a piece of it, and Wayzata scrambling, and Wineland got it across. Quick set by Schuler. Quam missed on that hit.
Late off the ground, not able to take the swing she wanted, ends up looking for hands and missing. It looks worse than it was. The opportunity and the attempt to do something really productive was there.
Fedelson serves, her team down 5. Back set, tag. Point for Haugen.
Haugen having herself a good time right now.
6-point lead as Quam serves. Swenson outside. Now Rocky attacks and scores off Schuler.
Big swing from the sophomore setter who's playing outside.
(15-10). Wayzata hasn't had maybe a little bit in the early parts of set 1 a run. They need a run here, Andy. You don't want to go down 2-0.
No, not in this point in the season. You can't afford to go down 2-0, and it's not looking like there's any urgency on Wayzata's side right now. Like somebody needs to step in and step up, and whether that's Kelsenberg or one of the other seniors, you'd think it'd be Kelsenberg in this space right now, demanding the ball, outworking some other people.
Swears serves. Kelsenberg had to run that one down and over by Osowski. Outside Schulte. Got it down for a point.
Schulte just firing on all cylinders right now.
And all the energy on that Maple Grove side, too. Obviously, when you're winning, it makes a difference. But you just feel that vibe from that side. And they're up 7 and another timeout for Wayzata.
Well, when's the last time Wayzata has been in this situation? It's been 6 years.
6 years that they weren't in the state tournament. 2018, Champlin Park made it to state.
Yeah, I mean, so this is unfamiliar territory for any of these athletes. For the majority of the coaches on this staff, they don't know how to. I don't want to be over dramatic, but it's like in the movie Miracle when the U.S. is up late and the Russians have no idea what to do. They don't know how to not be in front in this point in a match. So they gotta remember what it's like, and remember we covered Wayzata's first match of the year against Rogers, and all we heard from the players, from the parents, from the coaches was, it's early. We'll have it figured out. Well, you're running out of road here. This is it. You either get it or you go home. Wayzata ranked number 7 in the state. Maple Grove not ranked. The reason Maple Grove is the 2, as we talked about in the pregame, that head-to-head win earlier in the season, Wayzata needs to kind of get into the next space if they're going to get after this.
What's the phrase? It's getting late early?
Yeah. It's getting late early.
17-10.
No whistle. Oh, DJ.
Got to cut the music before the set starts, or before the play starts.
I know Tim well enough. I won't call him the fun police, but that's typically the call in those moments.
Swears to serve. Swenson to Osowski. And a point for Maple Grove.
Ball into the antenna. Osowski tried to take it line.
On the serve from Swears, Wineland, Swenson, back to Kelsenberg, got blocked, but Crimson couldn't look back across. Ball handling error, point Wayzata.
Wayzata gets that much needed side out, but as we talked about last time, they can't just get one and done here. Kelsenberg's got to put a run together. She's got to get at least 2 or 3 here.
Swears, back set, attack, into the net. 18-12. Maybe not too many hitting errors tonight. They've been
they've been very efficient. They haven't given the ball away yet.
Outside set, tip at the net. Man, it's going to be 3 in a row here for Wayzata. 18-13.
I don't know how long DC lets this go. You don't call it yet, but you're thinking about it here.
All the middle, Allen swings, got it in.
The courage it takes after giving up a 3-point run to take an out-of-system ball and force a gap, and then the courage it takes for the freshman to swing on that ball. Really nice play.
Woof. 112 kills on the season for her, and service error here for Maple Grove. 19-14. Shipley's like, all right, I'm all right. That'll be Swenson for Wayzata. They'll need to try to get the Trojans on a run. Swears set. Ball handling error again on Maple Grove. A couple of those here in the last few points. Tightening up, 19-15. It was 18-10.
Wayzata gets this one. I call a timeout if I'm Maple Grove.
Swears back set. Cross and over by Daniels.
Out of system, taking it to zone 1 is a really good idea. That ball snapped off on it, and Daniels gets a nice kill.
McKinley Hartle with the serve. Swenson, quick set to Kurth.
Good force in the middle there. Swenson comfortable with her middles right now.
Salski swings. Swears runs down the pass and then the cross. And a tip by Kurth. Well, he had to kind of reach back for that one, Andy. Able to get a hand on it and drop it in.
Yeah, the pass was really tight, so Swenson did everything she could to pull it off the net. Kurth came to her, and the ball went behind. Great reaction from Kurth there.
Well, Hartle, Swears, and over by Oronk. Side, and that is hit out on the attack from Nawaki on the block. And now we will get a timeout for Maple Grove.
18-20. It is a 8-2 run for
Correct, yep.
Wayzata. It was 10-18, and now it's 18-20. Wayzata feeling things right now. Swenson courageous, able to move the ball around, force some middle. And Maple Grove, who didn't make many errors in the first set and the first 20-some points of set 2, decides down the stretch here they're going to tighten up. If you're Scott Jackson, you're telling your girls to keep playing free, keep playing loose, get after it, enjoy the moment you're in, and just keep the ball off the floor and see what happens. On the other side, DC Brown, first thing we see is his hands wide, telling them to calm down, then to fire up a little bit. And now we're going to talk about how to attack our opponent. We see Stacy Haugen, Marta's mom, up there in the crimson volleyball shirt. Everybody's in pretty good spirits.
20-18. Maple Grove still up, but it's Wayzata on this scoring run. And Ellie Osowski trying to pull them to within one. Swears back to Daniels, dug out by Kelsenberg, tipped at the net. Another Wayzata point, and Ronke got it off a hand late.
(19-20). Change in the serve-receive pattern for Maple Grove.
Go at Hartle again. There's Daniels with the swing across, one over, but out. It's only .21, but that feels like a big point for Maple Grove. We'll see.
That change of serve reception to move it around, take Orrock out of the pattern. Not to take Orrock out of the pattern, but to get Hartle into the 6 so she can cover more court. Really smart decision.
Schuler will serve it here. A high there, they didn't get the pass to Swenson. Ball handling error costs the Trojans and gives the Crimson .22. Schuler serving to the net. 22-20.
This is that clean volleyball after 20 we were talking about earlier tonight.
Kurth puts it in play. Hartle to Schuler, outside, big swing from Haugen. And a Wayzata player in the net. 23-20 Crimson.
Juan drifted into the net there.
Back again to Orrock. Kleinland, Swenson to Juan. Back row handled by Orrock. Schulte will push it deep. Handled there by Osowski. Kelsenberg cross. And a much needed Trojans point, 23-21. Vedelson in for Juan, will serve.
Feels like these last 8 points are really hard fought. Both sides of the net, just hard work everywhere.
Drops the great serve in. Handled by Hartle. Oh, and then attacked and put away by Schulte. And it's set point for the Crimson. Can they go up 2-0 here? 24-21. Tess Schuler to serve. Swenson set it to the middle. Osowski gets blocked. First 2 sets have gone to Maple Grove. Allen with the block and kill, and the Crimson up 2-0. 25-20 and now 25-21.
Freshman coming to life late there. Big block from her to finish out the set. And Maple Grove, the 2 seed in this tournament, up 2-0 on the 3 seed Wayzata Trojans.
We will take a break, come back, set 3 on the way. Can Maple Grove make it a sweep? Champlin Park waiting in the wings next Wednesday in the final. The last point again, Crimson up 2-0. Third set next on CCX.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
CCX against thanks Minnesota Select Volleyball Club for their support of our live coverage of the section tournament. The 2 semifinals tonight. and next week's section championship again. Thank you, Minnesota Select. Well, Andy, Maple Grove 2, Wayzata nothing. We were here a couple of weeks ago. Wayzata's got Maple Grove right where they want them, right? They were down 2-0 to Champlain Park. We're down to match point and came back, won that third set 30-28 and almost won the match. Ended up losing the fifth set 15-13. But definitely play needs to improve on their side of the net for them to extend even to a fourth set here tonight.
Absolutely true. The Wayzata team we saw play in this gym 2 weeks ago is probably capable of beating Maple Grove, but the way they're playing right now, lots of errors, lots of unforced, unproductive play. I think that's the best way, just unproductive play.
And on the flip side, Maple Grove's not making a lot of errors. There are obviously a few, but they've been the cleaner team tonight.
And their athletes are just being athletic. They're going up, making big plays, extending rallies, getting hands across and blocking a lot of balls.
Kill for Naraki ties up set 3, 1-1.
Take another look at this one. Naraki, just good roll shot, goes over Schulte and in front of Hartle. Really great spot.
Serve from Vettelson. Back set by Schuler. Kill for Haugen.
Wow. Haugen brings the heat. Take another look. Great reverse. The tempo with which that ball was set gave Kelsenberg no chance to get there and close.
Avery Quam serving. 2-1 Maple Grove here in set 3. Up 2-0. Salski into the net. 3-1 Crimson. Good serve. Wayzata scrambling. Kelsenberg did get it across. Schuler will put it to the middle and put over there by Cook, but out.
That was not an intentional set, and it certainly wasn't an intentional swing.
Serve from Naraki. Cook, Schuler got a hand on it, pushed over by Haugen. Dumped by Swenson, leaves the Crimson scrambling, and Haugen couldn't jump over Cook in time to be able to get to that ball. 3-3.
14-13, she might have tried, but 3-3 in set 3 up 2-0. We're going to let that one.
Season's not on the line yet,
Correct,
right?
correct. Live to fight.
Outside set, Schulte across. Wineland tightened it by Swenson. They got pushed back. Allen across off of Kelsenberg and over. Back set. Haugen puts it away. There's some really nice defense on both sides. And Marta Haugen came to play tonight, the senior, with yet another kill.
Yeah, she's really putting together a nice match here in this section semifinal. Great defensive effort on both sides. And then the finish here as Kelsenberg has to respect Allen on the gap set. Good choice by Ginny Schulte. Schuler.
Yes. Wineland back roll handled by Cook. Cross, Schulte.
There it is.
And then we get Osowski. And point for her. Wayzata ties it up at 4 here in set 3.
I may be calling too many games, John.
It's okay.
I'm mixing up some names here.
I don't call a third as many games as you do. At least in volleyball. Here we go. Touched by Allen. Kelsenberg got a hand on that. Osowski will float it across. Swears back set. Over by Daniels. Back row, big swing, handled by Maple Grove. Daniels puts it across. Swenson set it for Osowski. Gets blocked. Point Maple Grove. Allen with the kill.
Allen owning the net for the 3 rotation she's in right now. Wayzata having a tough time getting the ball past her.
Schulte, deep breath, going to put it in play off the serve. Swenson, the Osowski gets blocked. There's Allen again there.
Eyes really good. Speed even better. Hands across well. Wow.
Good serve leaves Wayzata scrambling, and Osowski sails one long.
Osseo not playing up to the potential we've seen from her all season.
7-4 with Schulte serving. Swenson with ball and put across. And Daniels with another kill. They just have so many players that can attack Andy, and block, and it's not Orrick, it's Schulte, it's Haugen, it's Daniels, and another timeout. First one in this set taken for Wayzata. It's 8-4.
Yeah, I don't. If I'm Scott, I don't know what you say in this timeout. Everything is going Maple Grove's way. Even when they're serving tough, those two setters are able to reverse flow and keep everybody on their toes throughout the entire rally. And they need to just. I think they just got to take care of a serve receive ball a little bit better. We'll take a look at this serve. Pass comes off the net, and it's an easy read from Hartle. And when your block can't move until after the ball is released because everything is on her head, the hitters just have a heyday. And we see it right there. We've seen it all night long from this Maple Grove team. Their ball control has been stellar. Their attacking has been precise. And their setter has been, both of them have been running just a clean offense, putting their hitters in position to score at will.
Remember when we saw D.C. Brown mid-season? Said it took a while, and it was still taking a while even at that point, for their seniors, because they got on to them, and the young players to kind of mesh. They're meshing tonight, Andy. They've come to that point. They're playing really strong. Another point here.
I talked with DC right at the beginning of warm-ups. I think you were still doing the post-game from the earlier match, and he said he's got a couple seniors that have grabbed some freshmen and sophomores and pulled them up and pulled them along, and it's been really neat to see how they've come together.
Allen this time a hit into the net. It's a much-needed side out, and again, as we talked about in that last set, needing a run here. Do they have one in them? Enough of one to overcome the deficit.
Swenson can put it on somebody.
9-5. Swears runs that one down, and Orrock would pick up by Kelsenberg. Osowski across. Big kill for her, and it's 9-6.
Dakota basketball overuse statement. Shooter's got to shoot. She's going to keep swinging until she gets a chance to score. That might be the one to get her out of this slump.
Allen pushing it up. Swenson got that. Kelsenberg with the set, the one. Good scramble to get to that ball for Schulte, and over by Daniels. Swenson for Osowski, and pounds one home. 9-7.
Back-to-back kills for Osseo here. Left a little line. Osseo takes it.
Tough to the net, and a kill for Kurth off of Hartle. A 3-0 run for Wayzata. They're down just one. Allen in the middle. Kelsenberg handled that. They go back to Osowski. Blocked this time. Tipped by Kurth. Maple Grove scrambling. But pushed across by Schulte. the ball was hit with pace this time by Kurth. And it's 9-9.
4-point run, 2 kills from Masowski, 2 kills from Kurth, and everybody's lively on the Wayzata bench again. Big swing in the middle. Allen late on the block.
Orrock swings. Juan tipping it. To Orrock again, spun it across and over. I think that was intentional, but that's the way where the ball ended up, right?
Oh no! If we get a chance to see this, her whole body faced that way. That's exactly where she wanted to hit it. Just sideways facing. That's all she had, and ooh, just barely in.
Hartle. Back to Orrock again, handled by Wineland. Swenson back to Juan. Off hands. This will have to be Hartle passing it. Attack. Oh, and a ball hit with pace by Casey Schulte.
I had nightmares about Schulte for 7 months as she played for the Minnesota Select 15-1 team, and she was just as lethal from the back row as she was from the front the entire club season.
This one mishandled by Wayzata. It was an ace for Maple Grove. 12-9, Crimson. Hartle, backed off Kelsenberg. Wineland into Osowski for the kill.
Osowski overcoming those set 3 slump that she started in and has really come to life here lately. Take another look at her 3rd kill in as many swings.
It's 12-10. Back to live action put across by Schulte. Swenson, quick ball to the middle. Maple Grove ready for that. Go to Daniels. Now it's Kelsenberg to Juan. Lay out there. Push over by Orrock. Tip at the net point, Maple Grove. Daniels with the kill.
Good net play, clean from Daniels there. Really good eyes from her going up, getting after the ball.
She'll come out now. Her team up 3. 13-10, up 2 sets to none. Ginny Schuler to serve. Outside, ball hit across and down. A point for Naraki and the Trojans.
Kurth with a concerned look on her face. She's normally in a happier place, it looks like. Very serious right now.
Schuler setting, and Kelsenberg, where did that one go out?
Did.
Well, point for Maple Grove.
Yeah.
Oracle serve. 14-11. Wineland, Swenson, pushed over by Naraki. Good layout on that ball by Schuler. Here's Kelsenberg attacking from the middle, but Maple Grove picks that up. They go back to Haugen, missed.
Line was open. I think she just over-rotated a little bit on it. Wayzata back within 2 here, looking to force a set 4.
14-12. Crimson by 2. Overpass, hammered home by Kelsenberg. Senior wants more volleyball beyond tonight. 14-13. Bedelson, a good serve again. Another overpass. Another point for the Trojans. We're tied up.
That one was a little awkward off Naraki's hand, but she found the corner and the face to go with it.
Littleson this time too strong. Set up Crimson, they go back up by 1. Quam serves. Line driver to Wineland. Touched at the net. Put over by Kelsenberg.
Great heads-up volleyball on both sides of the net there. Swenson dumps it into a block. Kelsenberg keeps the swing going that she had started. Maple Grove tries to keep it off the floor, but can't. Good volleyball.
Tied at 15 with Naraki serving. Long.
Back-to-back serving errors from the Trojans. Make it 16-15.
Daniels back in. Swears back in. And Amanda Swears to serve. Off of Naraki, a little late to react there, but Wayzata gets it across. Swears back set for Daniels. Swenson, Wineland. Pushed over by Swenson. Attack from Schulte for the kill. 17-15 Crimson.
Schulte very whippy. Ball comes off her hand really fast.
Wineland and over by Osowski. Schulte tips it. The net Swenson for Kelsenberg, who puts it away. 17-16. Wayzata has been trailing virtually the whole night. Kelsenberg trying to tie things up for her team. Swears, quick set. Allen will push it over. Allen gets another try and puts it away.
Hitting an overpass is way easier than timing a set. It's like Happy Gilmore. That's way easier than putting. Just so athletic, so good, such good vision, finding where the openings are. Oh.
Block. Wayzata recovers. Put back across by Osowski. Left called on Maple Grove.
Come on, Tim. Let him play. I'm just kidding. That needed to get called.
18-17. Scott Jackson trying to fire up his team. Only 7 points away from their season ending. Tank. Overpass here. Allen puts it away. (19-17) Crimson. Kinley Hartle will serve.
Team delay.
There was a question, something at the scorer's table. Now we're set.
Might have assessed a team delay because that's the second time the substitution has gone in the wrong space in the libero switch.
Wayzata scrambling again. Maple Grove was played well, but Wayzata just had far more ball handling errors than we see from them.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, and they got to take a timeout. Maple Grove's at 20.
Yeah, it's 5 points away from a Maple Grove sweep, and it's Wayzata just not playing the clean volleyball they should be playing at this point in the season. We saw them 2 weeks ago play significantly better than this, and not the way I was expecting this one to go at all. I had Maple Grove winning the match, but I was expecting it to be a 5-setter. I thought we'd be here all night long. DC Brown has his team playing very good volleyball. One of the other things that DC said to me was they wanted to be relentless on defense. We've seen that in bunches as the Crimson able to lay out all over the place. Not just Hartle in the libero jersey, but all their players have been putting forth some great defensive effort, keeping balls off the floor and winning most of the long rallies.
McKinley Hartle to serve, 20-17. Maple Grove leads 5 more points to try to get a sweep here on the 4-time defending state champions. Not just section champions, but state champions. Great layout by Hartle there. Swenson sets outside. Osowski, ball handled back row by Schulte. Here's Orrock.
Oof. Orrock with the kill. They're saying that fell on Wayzata's side.
No argument from the Trojans, 21-17. Hartle serves. Off of Wineland.
You think the Crimson can feel it?
Nope.
Getting louder and louder every point. Wayzata going to unstack here. Put Kelsenberg in the 6 to serve receive. Make Hartle look at something different.
Swenson, back set, put across by Osowski. Orrock with the swing. And the overpass, hammered home. Quam with the kill. Maple Grove on the verge of getting to the section final.
Good long rally here. Orrock hits the roll shot, floor move, leading to the dig over, and Quam all over it.
Swenson to Osowski. Partial block. Swears. Daniels gets it over. Swenson back to Osowski. Hartle, great layout. Orrock swings. This will go up in the air and out. It is match point for Maple Grove.
Orrock down the stretch has been very, very efficient. Hitting with pace, hitting to the space she wants to go to. Hartle to serve.
Swenson, no, and doesn't get over, and that's it. Maple Grove with a sweep, and they're on to the Section 5 4A final. 25-20, 25-21, and 25-17 in the third set. Great match by the second-seeded Crimson. They're 21-10. Now they'll face Champlin Park Wednesday.
Crimson very happy with that win, as well they should be. That is a well-earned victory against a well-coached Wayzata team. Congratulations to Maple Grove as they will get to play Champlin Park at Osseo on Wednesday. Is that correct, John?
Wednesday night, yeah.
Really, really excited for DC and this entire Maple Grove squad with the sweep. Wayzata been in and out of the top 10 all year long. We knew they were replacing a lot to graduation. Put together some great matches, put together some great rallies even tonight, but just didn't have the firepower to stay with Maple Grove, and the Crimson are on to the final.
And Wayzata out of the state tournament for the first time since 2018. Just seems weird to say that.
It does seem very weird to say.
This wasn't a fluke tonight. I mean, Maple Grove was outstanding.
Yeah, and has been the majority of the season. Every time I watch them play, every time I see them, whether it's highlights, whether it's full matches, they're doing a lot of really good things. DC has his squad believing in what they can do, and I'm excited to see what they look like on Wednesday.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from a couple of the very happy Crimson players. Wrap things up from Champlin Park High School after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Maple Grove, a sweep tonight in the section semifinals. They go on to the section championship next Wednesday against Champlin Park. Welcome back to Champlin Park High School, joined by 3 outstanding Maple Grove players tonight. Riley Orrock, what does it feel like, first of all, to beat this Wayzata team, 4-time defending state champions, and even though you had beat them in the regular season, you knock them out in the section playoffs?
It feels pretty good. I mean, we haven't really done this in other years, so I would say it's definitely different, but it'll be super good energy for the next game.
What was working well for you guys tonight that carried you through these 3 sets?
Just our energy and definitely our discipline and defense, making sure we were getting in the right spots and every time just cheering each other on.
Did you guys feel confident coming in, like, hey, we can win this? We're as good as them. We're better than them.
Yeah, we were pretty confident. We were a little nervous to the start, but we were pretty confident the whole time.
You mentioned the defense. I thought the defense was really outstanding. Was that the best part of your game, did you feel like?
Yeah, I think so, because our block got in the right spot, which helped our defense. So we did really good on that.
Congrats on this win. Good luck next week. Marta Haugen, congratulations, a senior for you. What does this feel like for you to go on to the section final now?
It feels so good because, we've never been to section finals. It's like, as a senior, my last year, this is something I've been dreaming of, being able to go to the section final, so it feels good.
You get a tough Champlin Park team next week. We'll talk about that in a moment, but what about this win tonight? What does this say about your team that you were able to play really 3 complete sets, I thought?
I definitely think the team chemistry and the energy just brought everything together, and I think that's one of the key reasons, not the big reason, but one of the key reasons why we won. So
one of the things that Coach talked to me about mid-season was it was just taking a little while for the seniors to mesh with the younger players. He felt like it was coming around, and it seems like it's really complete now, like you're all clicking as a team, right?
Yeah, I definitely think all the things that we've done together and all these practices and team bonding things we have definitely pulled us together, and I think it showed on the court because we played together, and that's one of the main reasons why we won, because we played so well together as a team, no matter the age. So, yeah.
You got to see Champlin Park in their first set, and you've played them. What kind of challenge did they present in the section final?
I definitely think that, Carly Gilk, she's going to pound some balls, but I think the blocking that came out today, I think if that comes out next week, I think we could give it a fight. So, yeah.
Get some good practice in. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Jenny Schuler, another senior. Congratulations. What does this feel like?
Feels awesome. I mean, beating Wayzata is something we've talked about for years, and it feels like, especially senior year, it's just a really good way it's a good last Wayzata game.
It hasn't been a lot of times over the years that Maple Grove's been in a section final. What does this feel like for your program, and how big is this for not just you players, but the whole volleyball community in Maple Grove?
It feels awesome. I mean, it's kind of unreal, honestly. I mean, especially Wayzata, especially playing them second round. We've lost them a couple times in the years past in this game, and it's definitely different. It's great.
How about, what did you see as the key to playing tonight that you did well?
Honestly, our energy, we walked into the gym with so much energy, even just getting here, walking in, we were so hyped up, and we said we were going to go put our all into this game because it was either this or we were done. So we were just 110% no matter what, and everybody was doing their job amazing, and it worked out.
You got a few days of practice. What's it going to take to beat Champlin Park next week?
I think the same thing. We're just going to have to come out with all our energy, put everything we can to that game. They're an awesome team, but so are we, so you never know.
There you go. You go with that attitude, right? Congratulations. Good luck. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Great win for Maple Grove tonight. They sweep Wayzata, and they will take on Champlin Park, as we mentioned, in the section final next Wednesday, 7 o'clock at Osseo High School. The match you'll see live right here on CCX. Thanks so much for tuning in for our coverage of section volleyball tonight. Champlin Park and Maple Grove meeting for the section title next week. Maple Grove with a sweep over Wayzata. That'll wrap things up tonight from Champlin Park. And for Andy Gugasberg and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching CCX Sports.